mumbling, hold on.
No, I was saying, I don't know. I'm just making sure that Joe's turned on. Are you on, John?
I think so.
Yes, you are.
Joe DeRosa is here.
Hey.
Welcome, Joe DeRosa.
How you guys doing?
Did you walk to the studio today?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and I was kind of tossing and turning. I think I had a little anxiety about my alarm. I wasn't going to hear it or something. And then at 7, I was like, I'm not just going to lay here. Like, and I just got, I got up, I got dressed. I was like, I'll get breakfast on the way.
Oh, you did?
Stopped off.
You're excited about doing the show so you can sleep?
I was excited, actually. I did Anthony's show yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
For the technically for the first time. And we had a great time for 2 hours, and I was excited to come in here today. Like, it's fun being back, man, and seeing all you guys.
Are you living here now?
No. I'm just here for the week.
Oh, okay.
But that's, it's like, it's kind of nice when you come back and visit for a week because it's like so concentrated.
Yeah.
You get to do all the radio shows, and you do a ton of spots.
What are you doing in New York?
I came in, I was at the Stress Factory, and then I knew Voss had his thing, and I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go to New York for the week so I could do the Voss roast.
And just stay?
Yeah, and then just do some sets, and then all the radio shit worked out. So everything's good, man.
I'm tense about my party. I don't know what to do.
You're still thinking about it?
People were texting me saying that these guys are wrong.
Who?
They'll just hire someone to go there. But Roland's telling me this great place to get, but then he's like, they don't deliver. I'm like, he doesn't know if they deliver. I'm not going to picking shit up.
Have Roland pick it up.
No, I don't want to ask him to do that. Maybe I can hire. Are we allowed to hire? Am I allowed to hire the intern to do work? I would hire her to help out.
Can you? Is she in there? Is lady intern in there?
No, she wanted to do.
Oh.
If you Google, I've gotten in the habit of this, and it usually is very helpful. If you just Google best barbecue catering New York City, it'll almost definitely take you to the Yelp page, and it'll just list off the top 10 places in New York, the most highly rated places in New York that deliver barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so like, and that's, you can't really go wrong,
Yeah, I know. I don't want bad food though.
Who can't? I mean,
and people tell me I should have lemonade.
What? Who said you should have lemonade?
Someone texted me.
Who texted you?
My friend.
So you need to get lemonade
and
for
iced
your
tea.
People are just fucking.
Well, you can have
no
lemonade and iced tea
for 4th of July.
But listen, you can have Fresh Direct deliver all that bullshit, and then just get the barbecue delivered from somewhere else.
Joe, he lives across the street from a grocery store.
I'm
but how much iced tea would you get for 20 people? I don't know how much fucking iced tea these people like.
Probably like, I guess 20 bottles or so.
No,
22 liters.
20. Get a couple of like 2-3 liter jugs of iced tea. Get a couple things of lemonade.
Go to Popeyes. They sell them by the gallon.
Yeah, and then call Fresh Direct. Get all your shit. Like your plates, your forks and knives, all that shit from them. Your potato salad, get all that from Fresh Direct. You can order 2 days before, the day before. They'll deliver all of it. And then just find a place that will bring you the best barbecue meat that you need, and you'll have everything else. It'll be 2 deliveries.
That's it.
Yeah.
It can be really simple. And remember that you're not throwing a party for 5-year-olds, so we don't all need, like, people picking up after us and worrying about, are we going to smear our saucy fingers on your things? It's adults. It's adults that eat. Like at home, I throw out my garbage. It doesn't just sit there and just like lay there until somebody picks it up for me.
That's another thing you do is you set up a special party trash can.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. You get a big trash can, you put a big one of those fucking lawn bags in it.
Yeah.
And you just say, put your fucking trash in there, put your cans in that one.
That's a good idea.
That's it. And then you that's it, dude. You take it right to the chute. It's done, dude.
Good idea. Party trash bag. I like that.
I'm telling. It's.
Do you buy a garbage can for that?
I bought 2 garbage because I've hosted Thanksgiving a couple times, and I bought 2 special garbage cans because I was like, all my friends drink, and I was like, the last fucking thing I'm going to want to do when I'm drunk is worry about washing dishes and shit. Yeah. So I set up like designated trash cans, and I was like, just put it in there, and then you just take the trash outside when you need to.
It's not even going to be a ton of drinking though. It's a bunch of people. Yeah. Some don't drink at all. Some drink lightly, and it's in the afternoon.
Look, am I going to the evening though?
Yeah, but you're not going to have a wild time.
Why don't you guys just go to Anthony's?
That's what I know. I'm thinking.
But like seriously though, why just go to Anthony's? Like it'll all be like why put yourself through this?
Because Jim is trying to be a normal person.
Well, no, I don't.
In his life,
here's why.
And he needs to be able to do this, to function. Like he knows, for instance, how to get somebody to come to his house and piss on him. He knows how to get a masseuse to come to his house and how to like check to. He knows how to get a masseuse to come to his house and how to like check to see if she wants to do a little extra. Like he knows all that stuff. He knows like how to handle prostitution, like all of that. He knows in and out. He knows the rules. He knows how to be polite about it. He knows everything. This stuff, just having friends in his apartment, he is clueless on.
It's a great point. If he needed somebody to shit on him,
no
like,
problem.
Oh, that's what you do. You go to this website.
Right.
He's like, how do I get lemonade?
He's like, no, you put exactly. He knows where to get the plastic for the floor, how to lay it out, what to weigh it down with, where to place the coffee table, everything. But you're right, Joe. No clue where to get lemon.
Having some friends over.
How much lemon? He knows how much water a person needs to drink before they come over to piss on him. He does not know how much lemonade to buy for people.
But
to
you know
just
what's
have a
funny?
nice
I do
evening.
live across the street from a supermarket, so worst come to worst, if we didn't have anything, we could always go get it.
What supermarket?
Just a regular supermarket, like a regular like fucking food emporium.
Okay. Yeah, they'll have most of what you need. Food Emporium's a little. I'm not speaking. This is not ego talking. Like I've thrown a few of these shindigs, and I know.
Right.
But like Food Emporium, you know, if you can get to a Fairway or Gristedes, it's going to treat you a little bit better. I got to be honest. You're going to find more of the supplies you need.
I wish there was a Whole Foods.
It's just adding confusion.
Yeah, just go to the grocery store across the street, pick up the basics, invite your buddies over. End of discussion.
Jim, I say just go to Anthony's. You're not a throw a party kind of guy.
No, I'm not.
He wants
You're a
to be,
show up
though.
with a nice bottle of wine kind of guy. Just go to Anthony's, buy something, bring it, and then you're done.
But the reason I want to do that is I'm tempted, because Anthony's I've gone to so many times. I do like going there and everything. The food is so good. But I also want to have people over. But I'm like, July 3rd, do I have to have people over July 3rd? Like, I might as well. It's going to be nice.
Here's why you should have people over on July 3rd. Because you started saying you were going to have people over at your new place a year ago. If you don't have, it's not going to happen.
You're right. You're
like
right.
either do it or don't do it. But you were saying a year ago, he was like, I think I'm going to have people over to grill. Yeah, I think maybe on like Friday night everybody's going to come over. It never happened.
Yeah, you're right.
Never. The entire summer went, and then summer turned to fall, and a year went by.
There's a reason for that, and it's just there's throw party people and there's attend party people.
You're right. Yes.
I couldn't throw a party fast enough when I got into my new apartment. I couldn't fucking wait. Like I was planning it as the movers were bringing the fucking boxes in. You know what I mean? Like just go.
I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do.
What?
When I first moved in, this will make me feel better. I bought, they're not that expensive, these fucking fold-up outdoor chairs. They're like cloth. They're extremely comfortable.
Okay, that sounds fine.
I threw one out. I only have one because I never used them. But I'm like, if I buy 3 or 4 of them, they're like $30 each. It's going to cost me $100.
fine.
It's not crazy.
That's fine.
Even if I get rid of them after, I'll feel better if I have a few of them.
I don't have a problem with that. When I
So
have,
people have some chairs to sit in.
that's what I do. I have a whole bunch of like wrestling pay-per-view folding chairs that are all tucked away in my closet. But when I have parties and stuff, I pull them out of the closet. I put them all out. So there's at least like
You let people
chairs.
sit on those?
I do. A lot of them I have doubles of, so it's not that bad.
How about the signed one?
Signed ones stay in the closet.
Yeah.
Signed ones stay in the closet. But
All right, that's a good idea. I'll buy the Home Depot chairs.
why?
You guys just described folding chairs.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they were meant to do.
Right.
But you were saying it like you came up with this novel idea.
With
You're like,
right
you know
now.
what I do? Is I fold these chairs up, I keep them in the closet.
Yeah.
When
That
people
is what
come
they
over, I
do.
take them out.
Yeah.
That is what folding chairs
I
do.
call them folding chairs.
Right. Now they're not going to be there all the time.
What happens to them? They disappear?
They fold. They fold up and you put them in a closet.
That's amazing.
For storage
Okay.
purposes, you can fold them. You see, Travis, you're the boss around
It's
here.
mental.
Can Jim hire the intern to
Yeah,
work at
sure. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I will if she wants to do it. That'll make me feel
How much
better.
will you pay her?
I don't know. Whatever's fair. I'll be fair. I don't
What's
care.
minimum wage?
I think plus I think it'll be funny for the show. It'll be something for us to talk about when we come back.
$3,500.
That's reasonable.
It's not what I've had in mind. No, but that's fair. Okay.
What?
Is
2-3
she,
hours?
Is she there or not there?
No, she's
getting coffee.
Oh, okay. When she comes back, we'll ask her if she's interested in the gig.
Yeah, but she can't drink though.
No, she cannot drink, and she can't suck anyone's dick.
No, yeah, no.
None of that
no
stuff.
Way.
Now did you move into a big new place? I didn't even know
It's a decent size.
Not
Yeah, I've been
new.
there for a year.
It's
though.
a year old, and he's been saying, "I'm gonna have people over my new place." It's not new.
Because your last place was pretty.
Don Wickland, a stop off at
Large.
Party City wouldn't hurt.
Oh, for Christ's
Don't they
sake.
have stuff there?
No, Jim.
Like what?
Streamers,
Oh my god.
Yeah, go get some kazoos at Party City.
ice cream cake in the shape of a flag. Don said that.
I will tell you too. You should know before anything happens. Like the only thing, if Troy is going to be there, the only thing I've ever done anything with at any sort of party, whether it's a casual get together or a wedding or whatever it is, if I'm there with Troy, is we sit around and we poke holes and criticize what's wrong with the party.
Thank you.
Like why the party sucks.
Well, yeah, that's about okay. Wait, hold on. Let me 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay.
You see him counting the mics?
yeah.
That's how he runs the board.
So
You have to figure out which button to push.
hi. Now I may want to hire you for Monday if I have people over.
Cool.
Are you
Are you available Monday?
I think so.
For profession for service
I do
money.
waitressing.
Yeah,
No, I don't need to get paid.
No, but I would. I would feel. I could ask you to come over and do free labor. I would pay you. It's fine.
You're so kind.
Okay. Oh, you do waitressing?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Perfect. Done. That's how we'll do it.
Yeah.
I
Do you want to hire Hot Dog too?
To do what?
Oh yeah, you could have hired Hot Dog. What about Hot Dog getting the gig?
Doing what? What would he do? Has he ever done that before?
You know what you could do?
What?
Hot Dog's totally free on Monday.
You could hire the intern to be like the head of service, and then hire Hot Dog to be her assistant. Would you want to do that?
I might.
Yeah, I think that would be a good step. If I was throwing a get together, I would hire Hot Dog, but I hire Hot Dog to do pretty much anything because he'll do whatever.
Should
What
I
do you
make
hire him
them
to do?
Yeah, Hot Dog. You available Monday?
Completely.
Okay.
He is available. He's wearing a soccer uniform today, but he's available. He's available. No game on Monday, Hot Dog? Okay, no game on Monday. He
Okay,
should be
cool.
good.
There you go. There
right.
you go. You got 2 waiters now.
Done and done.
Okay. Thank you. Cool. We'll figure it out when and all that stuff.
I don't
happening.
mind that, right? If the staff
It is happening. You don't believe it, Travis?
Nope.
Actually, Troy and me had a discussion in the bathroom during the break, and we both guessed that this wasn't happening.
It is.
Okay.
I'm committed to doing it now. Monday. It's not going to rain. It'll be fun. I'll get a couple chairs from Home Depot. We're good. We can move on.
All right,
No,
you
the
got it.
overwhelmung pressure will just become too much.
No,
Right.
it's funny.
You think he's going to think about
No,
this a lot?
it's funny, definitely.
You think he's going to spend a lot of time thinking about it? I hope he fucks up
Hang
his sets.
streamers too low.
He fucks up his sets in Pittsburgh because he's on stage just thinking like, oh, Monday's the big party day.
I hope he just spends his time in Pittsburgh asking people about the party and what he should do.
He's on stage, and instead of doing crowd work, he acts like he's setting up jokes. Like, do you guys get barbecue for parties? Or
Jim, have you ever done that on stage? I've done that when I've like something really on my mind. I'm like, can we just stop for a second? Do you guys think? Would you ever do that?
Oh my God, yeah.
I love doing that.
Usually it's like, look, is it gay if I?
Yeah, I thought I had a lump on my nuts once, and I was like, I can't. Can we just talk about this for a second?
What was it?
It was nothing. It was that little, you know, you have the little nodule at the top
yeah,
of your
yeah,
nut.
yeah.
It was that, and some guy was like, after a few jokes, he was like, "No, dude, if you had a fucking lump, it would be like this." And I was like, "Oh, okay. It's just okay. I'm good."
That's the thing that kind of connects the vein to your nut.
Yeah, but if you feel it in the wrong capacity, it feels like a fucking lump sometimes.
But your other ball has it too, though.
Yeah, I think, I don't remember, but I just remember bringing it up because I was having a hard time focusing. So you could bring this up on stage is the point.
Yeah. But
talk
everyone
it out.
uses different opinions, though. Oh, cater it. Do this. Do that. Like.
I mean, cater. I don't
Catering
know.
is-
It's you don't need to. I mean, cater. You got to get a party tray, which to me is different than catering. Catering to me sounds like you're gonna have that. The guy in the fucking hat with the little candles underneath the trays.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
no, I
You
know
don't need to
that.
do all that, right?
No.
Yeah, just get some platters of shit.
Chipotle
Just get
caters.
some 5-layer dip and some scoops.
5-layer dip and scoops.
I bet you Food Emporium. I bet you they do some kind of party bullshit for the 4th.
Yeah, the food
that you
might
can
suck,
order.
though.
Yeah.
Food Emporium's a higher. I'd put them up there with fair. It's expensive. It's a pricier supermarket. It's probably quality.
If you're in New York City and you get like barbecue from the Food Emporium, it's like, what are you doing,
Yeah.
dude?
Well, that's a
you
good
know what I mean?
point.
Like,
Yeah.
why'd you do that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to make it easy.
I know.
The phone
know.
lines have not been this busy about anything we've talked about. The fucking every line is people want to just help.
As just a human being, like Jim Norton trying to be normal is like the most fascinating thing in the world to me. I could talk about it all day.
It's cute.
You just trying to do normal person things at the age of 48 that normally
I am 48.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I've never had people over my house.
like
It
this-
really is like a what about Bob situation.
Yeah. This is like a conversation a 25-year-old has
Yeah,
when he
you're
gets his
right.
own place for the first time.
It was interesting. I went to Jim's house one time, his old apartment once, to rehearse a video that we were.
Oh,
gonna
that's
shoot
right, that
together.
you shot.
Yeah, and it was a very interesting experience because Jim is a guy where you do think like, what is it like?
Yeah.
When he gets home, like what is the home like? He had an impeccably clean apartment.
Yep. Smells
Beautifully
good.
decorated,
Yep.
if I may say so. But you are a guy where you wonder. You're like, what's it like when you go back? I used to wonder that about Patrice, and and then I finally started going to Patrice's barbecues, and you were like, oh, he's got like a he's got like a sort of a nice residential, like he was
normal
very
place.
domesticated, you know.
Jim's
So-
place doesn't look like lived in though. Like it's very well taken care of.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it does. It's apparent that somebody is coming in, and unless you don't clean it. I'm assuming.
No, I
right?
do have a once-a-week housekeeper.
Clean it. He pisses the bed and then leaves it on the sheets.
Yeah, I have done that. It's been
Wait, why? for with a sex thing, you mean?
no, it was a mistake. I slept particularly well, and I woke up and there was a big wet spot in the bed.
And he just left it.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get into work. Tell everybody. It's true.
Strange.
Does your mattress have covers on it?
No. Mattress will be fine. It's old anyway. I got to get a new one.
Really?
because there's piss all over
It's
it.
12 years old.
My mattress has, when I bought my new mattress, it has these plastic things on it. And the lady said, why do I need that? And she goes, for personal stains. That's how she referred to it.
But don't you hate the crinkle of the plastic? It's like a hotel.
You can't feel it. You can't. It's their special bullshit fucking cover.
It's like the True Coat for a mattress.
Yeah. You can't feel
I
it.
can give you 50% off the True Coat.
Yeah, I don't know if I need that.
Well, you do.
I think you do. Yeah, no, I'm with Joe on this one.
It's my piss. I don't care.
No, that's true too.
Was it hard to get out? Did you scrub it?
No, I didn't do anything with it. I just let it dry and I fucking went right back to sleep. I really did. I just moved over and went back to sleep. I threw a towel over it.
And then went back to sleep.
Yeah. What would you do?
Crazy. You take off the sheets. I would strip the bed instantly.
Really?
Here's what I would do. If I were an adult who pissed the bed, I'd go, not from the result of drinking or anything, I'd go like, what the fuck is that about? I'd be weirded out. Then I would, in the middle of the night, strip the bed. I'd find clean sheets. I'd put the dirty sheets somewhere away where I knew I was going to wash them the next day. And then I'd lay there on clean sheets with clean, underwear on, wondering, why the fuck did I just wet the bed?
I will say this: you've given me hope because I've never drunk pissed my bed, but now if I do, I can go, well, it wasn't necessarily because of the booze. Maybe I just fucking peed the bed.
Maybe I just wet the bed?
Yeah, maybe I don't have a problem.
Maybe you just
people
slept
do.
well. That was
Yeah.
what I did.
You slept so well.
That's what he says. When he wets the bed, he goes like, I like it when I wet the bed because it means I got a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
How many times does it happen?
Last time it happened was probably at Bonnaroo a few years ago. No, I've done it
No,
since
last
then.
time it happened was like weeks
No, I mean
ago.
before then.
Oh.
It happens every couple of years. Not often. Not often.
Were you a bedwetter as a kid or anything?
I don't remember. Probably.
It's a non-issue to him, so he doesn't recall.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't
Good for
mean
you.
anything. I don't care.
Seriously, that's great. That's great.
I wouldn't even care if there's a girl next to me. I'd be like, move over. I pissed.
I can't sleep at all when I have to pee, even remotely. Like I
can't
almost
either.
Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I woke up. I was on my back, and I just felt it gushing over me. And that is a panicky feeling. Though. You're like, oh no,
Dude, I was driving back from the supermarket one night in my neighborhood, and I was in kind of rough shape. I had been out the night before, having a good time, and I was driving home. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and as I was walking in my car from the supermarket, I was like, I gotta pee. Should I pee? I'm like, dude, you live 5 minutes away. Get in the fucking car, drive home. I'm driving home. I get 2 minutes into the drive. I'm like, I'm going to piss myself. Like, I literally can't hold it. I don't know. I must be getting old. Like, I can't hold this at all. So I stop. I had to pee so bad. I parked my car sideways illegally in a parking lot and ran. It was a shopping center. I ran behind a bank that was closed into the dark shade of the bushes and stuff. I pulled my pants down. I started peeing. As soon as I started peeing, my body was like, "You can't pee without shitting right now. It's not happening. You cannot pee without shitting right now. You have to shit right now." And or piss and shit your pants in the car. And I was like, I don't want to fucking do that.
Right.
So I dropped trowel, and dude, I mean, it was beyond a massive shit. It was just
You shit behind the bank?
right in the mulch. Right in the mulch. 2 depth charge shits. You know when it just all comes out at once? Like 2 of those.
Yeah.
And it was just a mound of shit. And then I had to drive home like this.
No paper.
Because I couldn't wipe myself. I got home. I still somehow had the appetite to eat the food that I had just bought. The next day, I was walking my dog, and I'm like, I gotta go see, man, if it's still there. It was like 10 a.m. It was gone. Some poor fucking Mexican dude came in, had to fucking shovel up. He probably thought it was bum shit.
Yeah.
He was right.
It couldn't have been like he wouldn't have looked at it and thought it was dog shit. Like it was obviously person
Human
shit.
shit. That's a different look.
It was so man. It was human or horse shit. There was no in between. Like it wasn't. There was no way it was a dog shit. It was. I'm telling you, dude. It was a fucking mound.
Wow.
It was brutal. It was disgusting. I was disgusted with myself.
I've only felt that sensation of piss on myself when I'm sleeping. When the just I don't know, a few weeks ago decided to change the baby as I was sleeping on the bed right next to me, and I just like woke up and felt just warm on my shoulder, and I just looked over and he was just pissing.
Did you beat him?
All over me. I did. I hit him. He hasn't done it since. But even then, I got up. I changed the sheets.
Were you mad?
I mean, no. It's a baby pissing on you. What are you gonna do?
Why did she not cover him up when he was pissing?
She thought it was. I don't know, but she really thought it was funny as it was happening. Like that's what I heard. I felt the warmth of piss hitting my shoulder and the sound of Jess cackling.
Wait, what are the logistics of this though? So you were trying to change,
So like I'm sleeping, right?
right?
And she decided to change the baby on the bed.
Oh, your wife decided to change
Yes.
the baby. Oh, I thought you said you did.
No.
Oh, okay,
I was
sorry.
asleep. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's how I woke up to it.
And your kid just pissed all over
He just
you.
pissed all over me.
That's fucking.
Do you know
great.
what? I went to the season finale of like the wrap up party for Moshe Kasher's show in L.A. He had a magician come. It was fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
The magician was great.
Oh, that's great.
There was no food. It was just like a bunch of people like drinking, and
Yeah, but that's just like a fun thing to do.
that was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And everyone was nice to the magician. No one fucked with him. He was very good.
Yeah, it was a good magician.
Great.
Did he boggle your mind?
Yeah.
Do you have all? What was the most impressive trick that you saw?
He has these 3 cups, these metal cups upside down, and he's in full view of everybody. Doing the ball into the cups trick, and then at the end he picks up the cups, and there's a baby chick under each cup.
Is that right?
Yeah, the the
fuck?
girls went bananas.
Did they?
Because he was joking the whole show about having a baby chicks. Just, you know, it was a baby. And then at the end he has baby chicks. You know,
What the fuck?
Were they
You should get a
cute?
magician for Monday.
Adorable. I was petting one.
Yeah, you should get a magician.
You
for
think
your
so?
party.
Yeah, I think you should.
I think you should.
You should.
It wouldn't
Do
be
it.
awkward at all. It would be definitely a good thing to
Or
do.
get like a juggler or something.
Or a juggalo.
Yeah.
You should just get some juggalos to come
A
to the party.
comedian would be so great.
Just to
Hire-
stand up.
To hire a comedian.
Oh, hire Voss.
Comedian.
Oh, sorry.
You should go out to the loony bin in Staten Island and hire one of those guys. Hire one of those like fire hall.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? Like one of those old school fire hall, North Jersey.
Yeah, you should have somebody.
Couldn't do it. Even ironically, I'd be too uncomfortable.
You should have a comedian who's been doing it for like 25, 30 years who's just waiting for the big break. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Is that those guys?
yeah. You got to go get one of those guys.
Yeah.
Artie Lang told me a story once where he said he said at the peak of Stern they were just putting these shows on anywhere because they would just sell out. So
Yeah.
he did a show in a diner that was being remodeled. He said halfway through the show he started feeling a pinch in his neck. He looked over. He said some drunk fan had taken one of the fluorescent light bulb tubes with the metal prongs on it and was stabbing him in the neck. And he goes, "Stop!" And he said the guy goes, "Take it, faggot." And he said the owner runs on stage and he thinks the owner's coming to save him. And he goes, "Thank you, man. Get this guy here." And the owner goes, "The money I paid you, you can get stabbed in the fucking neck. Do your show."
That's insane.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
I can't imagine having to do those gigs. Like, it's one thing.
Bad.
Yeah, to just do Doing comedy in a comedy club with a comedy audience is difficult enough. To have to just do shows that are technically branded comedy, but really those Stern shows are probably just more like a freak show, where you get to go look at the people from the radio. Like Artie's a real comic, but there are people on the show that are not real comics.
Right. I always wonder, like, I don't know what. I'm assuming it's the latter, but I don't know what would be the worst position to be in. To be a guy they love because of the show, or a guy they don't know and you just have to go up and do comedy.
A guy they love. Yeah,
It'd be worse.
No, it's better. It's better. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Guy they don't know, they might just boo
or throw shit at.
It's like they used to do that thing at the artist shows where they just go wah wah.
Why?
Because that's what Artie would do.
He
on
would do
Stern.
it on the air, I guess. He would, like, if somebody was whining, he'd be like wah wah.
That's what Shuli has said to me, because you had Shuli open up for you a few times, and he talked about how starkly different your radio audience was than the Stern radio audience.
Yeah.
He said, like,
the Opie and Anthony audience was always good
because they respected comics, they liked comedy.
Yeah,
right.
Whereas the Stern audience, it's more about Howard and the show, and it's not so much like respecting comedy. We just want to yell at the guys that are on the air.
You want to be the guy that gets the Baba Booey out at the right time or whatever, and yell it out. Are your audiences still the same from the old? I mean, obviously there's carryover, but
there's some carryover, but no, because again, they get older. You know, a lot of them can't come out like they used to.
Right.
12 years ago, they could come out. You know, so no. I mean, some of them know me from other places, but most people that know me still from radio.
Right.
They're still the ones that come out.
Yeah.
Certainly not as many of them.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's to be expected.
I think that's for. I just don't you think that's just a symptom of the change of the business, though? I was talking with Roland about it. Like, I feel like the days of like superstar entertainer, they don't really exist in the way that they used to. At least
Kevin Hart was just saying that.
It's
like
you know,
Louis C.K. probably feels the same way.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Bill Burr just got picked up for season 3. Yeah, no, I think it's us.
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
All right.
Yeah, no. People
making me feel better.
Like, sometimes if a show doesn't sell, my manager will try to go, you know, it's the summer. I'm like, John, no. When people want to come out, they come out. There's never a reason. Unless there's a tsunami. Well, you know, it's nice, it's the weather. No one cares. If people want to come see you, they come see you.
But it is ebbs and flows. Like, they're like,
absolutely.
It'll go back up, it'll go down, it'll go back up.
Yeah,
like,
I don't freak out about it. But I mean, I'm realistic about it.
Has your audience changed since you've gotten so much acting work? Because you've popped up in a bunch of places since you've been out in L.A.
No, because I don't get consistent enough acting work that it would create a drastic change in anything. I'm in a position where I pick a few people up from this, I pick a few people up. So I always at the shows, it's like there's some podcast fans there, there's some O&A fans there, there's some Better Call Saul fans, there's some Red Eye fans. You know what I mean? It's always like this sort of spread out thing. But I've yet to have the thing with regularity where it'll be like, oh, now 80% of the crowd comes because they know me from that thing. Yeah. You know, but I don't know. Who knows? One of these days, I guess. But it's just...
And you never know. You think that they're not going to... I'm amazed by... I was in Europe, how many people knew the radio show. How many people knew Chip. It was fucking... amazing. They all the ones that came knew it. Like, I mentioned Chip, and, like, you know, there's 400 people saying, like, 320 of them knew Chip. It was weird.
When I was in Dublin, people were coming up. I was at a festival in Dublin, the Vodafone Festival, and people were coming up to me left and right, like, oh, I love O&A. I fucking love O&A. Like, it was fucking big. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I should go. I do want to go to Ireland.
It seems
you
like
should.
It's because of YouTube. Like, what's the comics get popular for whatever reason, or just get noticed. Like, they'll see like a special of this guy on Netflix or that guy over there, and then all of a sudden you YouTube the comics, and for years, you know, you and all the regulars were on O&A so often. There's just hours of material that I think people are finding.
It's funny. I said after Patrice died, I said to Bobby Kelly, I was like, you know, I feel really lucky, excuse me, that this goofy thing called YouTube existed, and we now have an archive.
Yeah.
Because of a radio show that we all got to do, and you know, we have like an archive of one of our friends forever. Like, you can always go on there and hear him. So, you know, like, it's a pretty impressive catalog of stuff on there.
Right.
It's crazy how much content is on there.
There's a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And is there, and they don't ever get any shit from Sirius for putting it up or anything like that?
I mean, like, what else are they going to do with it? What does the ownership of it do? Like, you got to think, how do you make money off the ownership of the old Opie and Anthony stuff? Are you going to put out a best CD or no one cares?
And I think
meaning it's out there. It's okay.
Sirius is smart
That's
enough
great.
too to realize that for every person that just listens on YouTube and stuff, or for every 100 people, say, if for every 100 people that listen on YouTube, one person goes, they're still doing stuff. I don't want to just be on YouTube. I want to actually subscribe and hear what's going on. And that happens. Like, it does end up being a commercial to subscribe to hear the live shows.
No, I do that all the time. There's certain movies I want to see, and I'll just check out a scene or two.
Yeah.
And if it captures my interest, I'm like, okay, I got to go buy this movie.
Let me get it on
I wanna
iTunes
watch
or
it.
something.
Yeah, exactly. iTunes, Sam. Sometimes in Amazon Prime.
You won't go one collection?
What do you mean?
Meaning, like, if you're going to buy a movie. Like,
Sam,
I value my iTunes collection.
I'll tell you, I'm all over the map these days.
Tell me. Tell me more
I'll
about
swing
this.
through Hulu.
Yeah.
I'll swing through Amazon Prime.
Right.
I have the Night Flight TV app.
What is that?
I don't know what that is. either.
Night Flight was an old show from the 80s that was a very like horror-centric, punk rock-centric, comedy-centric show. Very cool show. Very like cult following stuff, spaghetti westerns, whatever. They have an app. It's $3.99 a month. Can't recommend it enough. Some of the coolest fucking
You love
shit
it.
in the world.
Now, are we renting or buying movies? When
I almost exclusively buy. And not digitally either.
Oh.
That's why I'm naming all these streaming services. I have a massive DVD. I have a massive media collection, period.
Why?
That's dumb.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, why do you save them like that?
Because I'm a really big movie fan, particularly horror and sci-fi and stuff, and I like to experience the movies in different ways. So, like, there are certain horror movies from the '80s that I buy on VHS because it's just a more fun experience to watch it that way. It looks a certain way, and then but then I'll buy like the Dark Knight trilogy on Blu-ray because that's a different experience, and you want it to be this big, beautiful, crisp thing or
The
whatever.
VHS thing I'm actually warming up to. Like, there's stuff, wrestling stuff that I'm like, I want to watch that on VHS because it's like it's how you first saw it. It's how it was intended to be seen.
But that's how good things are. We're like, wow, the quality's amazing. I'd love to shitty it up a little.
Yeah.
Things are so good quality-wise that's why that retro record players or retro cassettes or all this stuff is because everything sounds and looks amazing and we're bored with it and we're like, wow, I wish there was a little crackle in that. In 1978 or 1976 when I was listening to Kiss Destroyer and Flaming Youth would
You like Kiss?
skip. Yeah, it's something I don't discuss much.
Oh.
But a Flaming Youth would skip in the same place every time, and I still, 35 years later, hear that in my head.
Yeah.
Well, and also too,
I never would have said I wanted this again.
Yeah.
Well, all that's like. I have this Dean Martin country record. It's a fucking amazing album, but I have it on vinyl, and you put it on, and it's got the crackle in it and everything, and it just sounds. It's just not as interesting to listen to when it's completely bright and tinny as you stream it from Apple Music or whatever. I appreciate those different textures
Crackle,
and things.
yeah.
But like my friend's a big punk rock guy, and he said once he was like. He's like, I don't want the fucking Dead Kennedys remastered.
Right.
He's like, that's not what it's supposed to sound like. And he's not being a cunt. He's just like, it's supposed to sound like kind of muddy.
Yeah,
like that's
raw
kind of like,
and-
like once it's all polished up, it doesn't sound. So I think different things.
But what about I mean, DVD and Blu-ray, it's like that doesn't have any actual texture to it. Like, it's almost exactly the same if you just download it on iTunes.
Well, the DVD, Blu-ray, especially now with the 4K stuff,
4K is a little different.
pretty insane. But also too, it depends on the transfer. I have transfers on Blu-ray and DVD that were just transferred from VHS tapes, and I kind of like it.
I get that.
But it depends on the movie. I would never want to watch Casino on VHS with a shitty picture,
Right.
But I would want to watch Creepshow like that.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
like, it just depends.
I sold almost all my DVD collection for pennies on the dollar.
I would have bought a lot of it from you.
Really?
I'm
Threw all
dead
mine out.
serious.
I
would have bought it from you.
I sold most of it, and then now I have like my iTunes movie collection is like I have 250 movies on iTunes, which I love it.
When you walk into I have a loft apartment, so it's basically one gigantic room with 2 levels in it. But when you walk in, I have a complete wall of media. As soon as my whole apartment is media, I have a Galaga machine. I have every fucking old school video game console. I have racks of records, cassettes, chest of cassettes. I just like having the media because it's
Just tactile thing.
Tangible.
Yeah.
Stuff.
You know, you can
Stuff.
stick your fingers in it. You know, I just like. I remember Burr once Burr and I were talking about this, and he goes, I know there's nothing to leave behind anymore. He's gonna go. What are you gonna inherit from your grandfather's hard drive?
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yeah, it's like
your playlist.
Yeah, it's nice to have like a collection of something. I don't know, but
Yeah, except- yeah,
that's
I
also
mean-
how I pass time on the road too. Is like hunting down
Shopping.
hunting down cool record stores and cult shops and horror shops and stuff like that, and like going and buying collectible shit, and you know,
Yeah.
but it's always media though.
Do you buy movie posters?
I buy some. I have a really cool original French Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 poster.
That's awesome.
That's like the theater, like the fucking giant subway size one. I have that hanging on my wall. So that's a collectible.
Is it worth a lot of money?
I paid like $150 for it. It sells for like $200 online. It's not like anything crazy. Certainly the most I ever spent on a fucking poster.
Yeah.
You know, but
When Kill Bill first came out, I bought one of the vinyl giant like theater floor to ceiling Kill Bill like poster banner things.
Do you regret that?
I don't know. I think it's cool. I don't have it anywhere. It's still in like it's all rolled up somewhere, and I don't know if it's worth anything. But like I didn't spend a ton of money on it. I probably spent like $65 on it.
it's probably worth something.
It probably is.
That's-
Let's look on eBay for a Kill Bill vinyl poster.
Yeah, and I mean it's a banner. It's a gigantic.
Yeah, that shit that was exclusively at the theater.
Right,
that
it's not a
shit's worth
consumer
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, no, that's definitely worth something. We stole.
By the way, Troy just Googled eBay. But go on. He just Googled the word
It's
eBay.
it's not worth anything.
We stole a cardboard cutout of Darth Maul from the supermarket when I was in college.
Yeah.
because it was an exclusive. Like Lucasfilm sent it out, and they were like, I kept asking every time I go in. I'd say, "Can I please buy this?" And they'd say, "No, it's got to go back to Lucasfilm." And we went in one day all fucked up and. We just grabbed it and ran. And my buddy was running with it like this, and he hit the door on the way out and it broke in half.
Oh no!
Yeah, we had to tape it back together.
I think they had one at the top of the page going for like 125
Or best offer.
Is that it?
or
With
best
the sword?
offer. Yeah, who knows if it's actually going to get that. But I think that's right. Yeah, 7 foot by 4.5 feet.
$125.
Yeah,
Worthless.
it's gigantic.
Worthless. Trust me, I know. I have old stuff. I have so much stuff that's worth nothing
Yeah.
internally.
I mean,
I mean, I didn't really buy it as like an investment.
right, yeah.
I just bought it as like it'd be awesome to have a 7 foot tall Kill Bill poster. I don't know where I would ever put it.
How much did you buy it for?
Less than 125.
All right, so there you go.
Yeah.
You're on top.
I'm on top. I'm
how
in the
much
green.
less? Because it sounds like you spent $120.
$124.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I remembered, to tell you the truth, but I'm sure it was. I don't know. It was more than it was like 65 or above for sure. It was probably less than $100 because I was in college at the time. I didn't have any money.
Did you ever see that guy James Rolfe on YouTube that does the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yeah, sure.
He has, so he's got his video game room in the basement where he shoots all the videos, but he has a separate room in the basement for all of his movies, and he recreated an 80s video store. So he put in all the
Oh, that's
shelves.
awesome.
He's even got a fucking curtain, like so it looks like there's a porn
Yeah.
area. It's fucking amazing.
That's
man.
really cool.
It's amazing. You can. He does a tour of it on YouTube. I
Yeah.
want to become friends with the guy so bad because I just want to go hang out in his
Well, you
basement.
think that's cool, but you didn't like the guy who did the Pan Am first class in his garage.
Yeah, because video stores are cool and
No,
airplanes are just fucking airplanes.
I'd rather sit in a fucking first class lounge.
What's
And by the way,
wait. What is the Pan Am thing?
before,
Some guy did it in his garage. He made a whole first class Pan Am cabin.
I would have to have I would have to have a lot of rooms in my house to make one into a video store, for the record. I could never actually see myself doing that. But the guy is
He
also
just sectioned off his basement.
he's created like a brand and a business out of it. I kind of like that he's turned his crazy
Dude,
hobbies
he's got
into
laser
something.
discs in it. It's
Like,
insane.
See, this guy's just a spaz. Like
yeah,
that-
that's a little weird.
it's weird.
I kind of don't understand what the point of that is.
It's stupid.
Is there only one level?
Did you fart?
I did.
No.
You did?
Thanks.
Yeah, that's
Thank you, buddy.
That had reach,
That's
dude.
a Jim
Good
fart.
for you. But what now, Jim? What would you? What do you do with this? I don't understand.
if you build a video store, you can actually go in and there's videos, and then you can watch them and you can like recreate this experience.
Jesus,
Jim.
It's every day. But
what
if you,
the fuck?
He doesn't
oh,
know
that's
it.
really bad.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Smell
one
it
of the,
over
that's
here.
one of the that's one of the worst ones in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
You're a healthy guy. What?
That's why. I get rid of all the bad stuff.
I didn't know cum smelled so bad.
You know how it tastes, don't you?
Good point.
But like that garage will never be an actual airplane.
Right.
You
Well,
know what I mean?
that's what I like. I kind of
doesn't-
don't get as a single guy.
It's so weird to look at this.
That is. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to harp on it. That is unreal.
Troy, it happens, man.
Come on, don't spray these chemicals.
Yeah, don't, we don't need the chemicals in here.
Here's the weird thing about this Pan Am thing. You're looking at the fucking screen hanging down, and it's actually it's a real screen. Like, it's a movie screen hanging down. Like, that's how they used to watch stuff.
Yeah,
It's a projector. Like,
Yeah.
So he's got an out-of-date Pan Am first class lodge.
Oh, you know,
Pan Am, because it's supposed to be like the 60s. Duh, I'm an idiot.
I know a lot of people with projectors in their basement.
I don't
I
don't know. I can't-
thoroughly unimpressed.
That's like how Nick Cannon, we were talking about this on Okerson's show yesterday. Nick Cannon has when he was married to Mariah Carey, they had a candy store in his house
Yeah, that's weird.
that they apparently like staffed.
That's just
Barbara Streisand
opulence.
has an ice cream shop. Yeah.
That's just opulence.
She's got an ice cream shop,
Yeah.
like a staff, like, and somebody's got to work.
Yeah,
in it.
probably when she wants it on her property.
Just buy some ice cream.
Like if she has a party, she hires a staff for the ice cream stuff.
Wow. Well, they don't treat her special. She just walks in and buys ice cream.
I have seen like a Tyrese. He doesn't like to leave his house ever, so he's got a Starbucks on premises. Like he's got a Starbucks in his house. That's like a legit Starbucks.
That
like
is
with
staffed.
with a barista and Starbucks and everything, because he just doesn't want to leave.
People are psychotic.
It's crazy.
It's a lot of money to spend.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
What?
They probably have baristas only there probably part-time, though.
This is what I never get either. This is what I never get. Why would you not? Why would you? And I you know, you hear like, okay, like remember, like American Psycho is a good example when that movie came out, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you know how he wanted to do it. It was supposed to be a black and white, rated X, really gritty thing, and then they're like, well, by the time it came out, it was this and it was whatever. Why if I was Tom Cruise, I'd be like, I bought the rights to American Psycho for $2 million. Which is nothing to me. I'm going to make like a really cool version of it.
Right.
And who cares if it doesn't make the fucking
I don't need a
money back?
return on my
Yeah,
investment.
I just don't understand why nobody does shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
go fucking make something cool.
I wonder if it's because it will also be perceived as a failure if it doesn't do well. And career-wise, people don't want to be perceived as failures.
Right.
That's my guess.
They're worried that the future income that it'll hurt. So you're saying that instead of Tyrese spending all his money on a Starbucks, like you could make something awesome.
Dude, you could literally, I mean, Jesus Christ.
You can make a movie.
Let's say Tyrese's favorite rap group
Yeah.
was Boogie Down Productions.
Right.
I'd take that money and I'd be like, hey guys, I'm going to give you $2 million to get back together and do a record.
Right. Right.
Like, I just feel like there's art you could create with that, which sounds stupid as I say it, but I don't like to put it that way, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yes.
I just don't get, you can make fucking Starbucks coffee in a Keurig and it tastes pretty fucking close.
And I have to tell you the truth. In terms of, you're in Los Angeles, it's probably not that difficult for Tyrese
He just has a
to go to
gigantic
Starbucks.
house, and he wanted to do something cool in the basement. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's it. Look,
He wants people to look at it when they come over and go, oh, cool,
Yeah.
you're at Starbucks.
That's a good
That's it.
point. If
That's
I had
it.
I always said if I had a basement, if I can ever buy a goddamn house, if I ever fucking buy a house and I have a basement, I'm going to turn my basement into like a dive bar. I'm going to make it look like a real dive bar.
I have a friend who did that.
But
in
I wouldn't
Connecticut.
staff it.
No, yeah, that's where it starts to get. No, it's actually a dive bar, like with a staff and there's a doorman. And no, you can't actually.
It would just be to go hang out in with my buddies. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't, maybe a man cave, right, Jim?
You know, I could see the idea that if you were married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just kidding.
No, I know, but I mean, I
Yeah.
could actually see it for a married guy. You want to look at your wife and kid, you're like, let me just go sit down here, be left alone.
Just do what Guillermo del Toro does.
What's he do?
He has an actual just separate house
Yeah.
with all of his cool shit in it. And it's like right down the block from his house that he shares with his wife.
It's his workhouse.
And he just goes there every day.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's got
that's
all
like-
his horror stuff and all of his like
That's
sci-fi stuff.
awesome.
And he explained to his wife, it's like some people go to the office. That's my office. I go to the other house.
And he'll stay there sometimes, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the house is awesome.
That's fucking.
Would you want to
awesome.
walk through there?
Oh yeah, there's tours of it online.
Can we
think he's
see
done
it?
those.
Can we
Wait,
see what
tours
it
you can
looks
go
like?
through? Or
No,
just-
I think he's done a tour.
Who was it?
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh boy.
Oh man, let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I have
We'll
no
watch
idea.
it on Wednesday.
GEIOR.
I think there's a U in there.
Go ahead. No, you got this.
What's the
Troy.
last name?
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, he wrote G-E-I-O-R, Geor.
Okay, you've got Geor.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, you didn't even.
Oh,
Troy,
Google
you,
doesn't even know what he
you
means.
were so far off. It's not even suggested.
I don't even know who that is. Del Toro.
You wrote Geor.
He's a director.
Del Toro.
Put G Del Toro, and then I bet you it'll come up.
You know what's the best part? Is watching Troy write Del Toro is one word.
There he is. But now I'm lost because what would you?
Pacific Rim. He's
His
a
house.
House.
Oh, there it is, right
read
there,
it.
with like the Frankenstein.
Troy just
head.
spelled house with a 7.
You know what's cool? I think, if I'm not mistaken, you know that TV show Night Gallery, the Rod Serling show? He's got some of the actual paintings that hung in the
Oh, really?
studio. Yeah, he bought some of them.
That's a big Frankenstein head in his house.
Joe,
That's
you would
awesome.
love this house.
That is so
Yeah,
fucking cool.
It's amazing. This would be my favorite place on planet
And that's
Earth.
all good stuff too. Like that's not cheesy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the real stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't buy like the Toys R Us version.
What's
No.
that monster right there?
Sam.
The big, the big one in like the foyer. If you scroll up, right there. See it? Over. No. Yeah, I guess that's it, right? What the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
is
it.
it? What's that from?
I don't know. Maybe he just created it. Because he just creates monsters. Unless it's an alien thing.
Do you think he fucks it at night?
I think so.
Yeah,
I would imagine yes.
Looks like he fucks it in its little lizard asshole.
He's a strange character, this guy.
I need a basement just to put all my wrestling stuff in.
That's from Blade 2.
Oh, is that where that's from?
Oh, look, he's got things from The Witches. Remember that movie? Where they turn into where Angelica Houston turns
Oh, that
into
movie rules.
scary witch.
The Roald Dahl story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has the original. I like that Frankenstein behind him too.
smell dogs droppings?
Look at that. Is that the fucking time machine?
Yeah.
I think it's a functioning time machine.
There's fucking Salem's Lot to the left.
Yep.
Holy shit.
The curtains are great. It's so opulent.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I love it, man. Look, he's got all. I like how he's got all the old accessories too, like the what the fuck are those things called?
Vibrators?
Oh, Jesus, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
The old record Vitrolas, right? The old
Something
record
like that.
player.
I think that's about right. Sure.
What's that Exorcist thing he has? Go back up to the top left.
You love Guillermo del Toro's house, Jim?
Yeah.
There's a full replica of what's her face from The
Linda Blair,
Exorcist.
yeah.
Linda Blair.
When my parents visited me in L.A., my mom, she can walk and stuff, but if you're doing a lot of walking, she's in a wheelchair. She's not terribly mobile. But we went to Hollywood Horror Nights at Universal Studios.
Oh, yeah.
And with my dad and we took her through the Exorcist haunted house.
Did she get wet?
That's that story.
I'm so happy you wheeled her through the house.
Yeah, that's fun. No, it was scary. That's what I was going to say.
Did she like it?
She loved it.
Yeah, you bet she did. You bet she liked it. Oh, boy, did she like it. And everybody knew it, too.
Oh, my God. She get
Just
wet.
we left a puddle behind in that haunted house.
I know.
Oh, yeah, she was sopping.
You never want to think about your mom getting wet.
No, you don't.
You don't
That's why-
say.
That's why I prefer not to be reminded of it.
I know a guy that masturbated to his mom.
What?
Yeah.
You're sitting next to one.
Talking about me?
Yep.
That's not true. I got to get a mannequin though for my gold dust outfit one day.
You bought one of Gold Dust's outfits?
I got it as a gift.
It's one of his real outfits?
Yes.
I don't have any real memorabilia. I have a tissue box from the Golden Girls set.
A tissue box.
Yeah, like a tissue.
Wow.
Like I love
That's the worst memorabilia.
I love the Golden Girls.
Me too.
It's a terrible piece though.
It's a well, it's you
I'm
know
gonna have a Stelgetti's septic tank.
old ladies put those like covers over their tissue
Yeah.
boxes. It's like one of those. It's like one of those brass like tissue box covers.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right. You know who likes it? Chicks.
Oh, I guess I
Show
could
it to
see-
chicks.
Yeah,
they,
I
they
can
get
see
real
that.
revved up about it.
I have one of the in Rob Zombie's Halloween movie. They used don't say that about Rob Zombie. They used paper mache masks on the wall. Like Michael Myers made paper mache masks when he was in the mental institution. He put them on the wall. I have one of the masks.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
yeah, that is a cool collectible. I just don't like that movie.
I only have
I
one.
like the first one.
I'm
I
not
didn't.
shitting on Rob Zombie. I didn't like the remake he did. I thought it was too much.
I liked the remake. I had some. As much as it's tough for me to even say anything even remotely negative about anything Rob Zombie, Halloween. His version of Halloween 2 was tough.
I just thought it was
tough.
I thought both of them. They were so just like it's raw, and it's like yeah, dude. So was the first one. Like
I don't think he likes them either.
I don't
No?
need to see.
He doesn't really own them.
The dad like trying to fuck the daughter. Like I'm like I don't need every disgusting thing to be in this right now. You know, like it's enough that this guy's gonna murder 18 people later.
Rob doesn't really like.
Jesus, Jim, come on, dude.
Did you toot again?
Oh my.
Are you fibbing?
No.
You're looking cheeky, Jim. You know when you lie, you look
Holy
cheeky.
shit,
I'm
dude.
not.
You have a cheeky face, Jim. When you fib, you start to look cheeky. Jim, did you toot?
I don't remember.
Oh my god. That really smells dead.
That's a bad one too. You must be excited that Joe's here.
I am. I'm happy to see Joe, and I'm also thinking about my party.
So everything's just exciting.
All the nerves are coming out.
All the nerves are going out, just busting.
By the way, Joe DeRosa is going to be at
Oh,
Gotham
yes.
tonight, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
Stand Saturday, and then July 13th to 15th, he'll be at the Punchline in Philly. It's joederosacomedy.com.
Isn't Voss at this Gotham tonight too?
No, tomorrow.
Gotham's Voss doing the weekend. I'm just doing a set there tonight.
Oh, tonight's Thursday. I'm thinking tonight's Friday.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Rob Zombie, like he owns his like he takes full ownership of like the movies that he wrote and directed and did the whole thing. But he doesn't. You don't really talk about the Halloween movies with Rob's other movies.
How did you get? I'm excited for Danny McBride's
Halloween.
reboot that he's doing.
How
Is
come
he
you
doing
don't-
a Halloween reboot?
We talked to him.
I
about
don't
it.
remember.
Yeah.
You talked to him about it.
I'm glad I did. I love Danny. I don't remember.
John
Yeah.
Carpenter, I don't know if he's going to be involved, but he's like really excited, and he has done nothing but shit on the franchise since the second
Fuck
movie.
John Carpenter then.
Why?
He's
'Cause,
right.
why would you discredit? Why would you discredit Rob Zombie and then be like Danny McBride's finally going to do it right? I don't like that.
Because Rob Zombie's movie stunk. we just admitted to it.
That's what we were talking about.
It was they weren't. He's cool with Rob Zombie. He didn't shit on Rob Zombie.
Oh,
He's
okay.
just like, well, actually he did, and then they made up. But the Danny McBride one, Carpenter was like, it's a riveting whatever.
We'll
I don't
see.
know.
It's a
We'll
script
see.
right now.
We'll see. John Carpenter also put his stamp of approval on Ghosts of Mars. So you know, you never
Halloween
know.
3 he didn't do.
He
that-
produced it.
The Season
Oh,
of the
he did.
Witch.
Yeah.
No Michael Myers. Very controversial.
Season of the
picture.
Witch is a lot of fun. I mean, if you put out of your head, oh, this
If
isn't a
it
Michael
were
Myers
just called
movie.
Season of the Witch
Yeah.
and not Halloween 3 Season of the
Yeah,
Witch.
it makes no sense. It's kind of batshit, but
Yeah.
it's a fun movie. It's a fun.
It's like Exorcist 2. Just like, oh, how did you? Why? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You
You didn't,
ruined
you
it.
didn't need to.
I've tried so many times with Exorcist 2, and it's just not. I'm just like, there's got to be something there because I love the Exorcist is my favorite horror movie, and I love the Exorcist 3.
Yeah, me too. It's a continuation of 1.
Yeah, but god damn it, man, 2. There's just it's
Do you like Rob Zombie's other movies?
no. I wasn't
man.
going to say that though.
Yeah,
I wasn't
I
going to
know.
rub
What
it
are his
in.
other movies?
House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects.
Fuck yeah.
He just did a movie called 31. I think he's got one or two others in there.
What's 31 about?
31 is about a group of people who they kidnap. It takes place in the 70s. Shocker. And they kidnap a group of people who then they bring them to a warehouse. And there's these 3 people who bet on who's going to survive. And every hour, all night long, another crazy murderer is let out and chases them down. And either you have to kill the murderer until everybody's dead. So you either have to survive the whole night
Okay.
or die.
It's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Can we do that at your party?
Yeah.
But instead of that, it's like somebody comes out and tickles someone.
Oh, Lords of Salem was the movie I didn't think of.
Lords of Salem
How about Super Beast?
was bad.
That was an animated movie.
Super Beast was kind of funny. I like Tom. You know, Tom Papa's a friend of all of ours. So
I like Lords of Salem.
What's Tom Papa?
He's El Super Beasto.
Yeah,
He's
he does the main
of it.
voice. in
Oh,
that
does
movie.
he?
Yeah. But I mean, here's my problem with Rob Zombie. Everything it's not a problem with him. Like, God bless him, he's getting shit made. But his movies are all derivative of another thing that's just way better. House of a Thousand Corpses is a really shitty knockoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, I mean-
31 is basically The Running Man, except with serial killers instead of.
Yeah, but you say the same thing about Tarantino.
Yeah, a lot of people think that about Tarantino.
Tarantino literally
But Tarantino's
lifts
movies
full
are
scenes.
really good.
Tarantino's
though.
movies are amazing, but
That's
a lot
the
of people
thing.
hate him because they feel like he just completely lifts things.
What has
Yeah.
he lifted?
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that he does do that. But I also think
But he's brilliant.
they're just good movies. So I don't know. Like,
Yeah, it makes good character.
there's so much shock in
Like
this.
Mr. Imus.
Like Lords of Salem. By the time you get to the burnt. To the burnt priests jerking off with black dildos, you're like, all right, Rob.
Sounds good.
It's disturbing, Rob. Okay, it's just too much. It's just like not because I'm disturbed by it. I'm like,
You're not disturbed by it, though, right?
no. It's just like It's like when a kid is trying to make you freaked out, and you're just like, well, all right, you're just a shock comic. I was eating my girlfriend's pussy, and
What's that?
I don't know. I'm just doing.
Oh,
like,
shock comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like shock comedy. Like when a guy will be like, I was eating my girl's pussy the other night, and everybody in the supermarket was looking at me.
Like,
you're
whoa,
like,
this guy's outrageous.
Oh, God, all right.
Shock comedy is awful.
Yeah, it is.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. From
My
the
cum-
top to the bottom.
Yeah.
My cum looks. Are you guys being,
No,
being
it's- we're
ironic
saying
right now?
no.
I can't tell.
No.
You got a
No.
shitty smirk like you farted again, so I
No.
couldn't tell.
Well, that's the thing about Jim. Sometimes he's being sarcastic, and sometimes he,
I know,
just,
I can't
he just farted.
Yeah, no, but it is true. Like shock comedy it's a thing of the 80s.
Yeah,
But
there's
we're in
got to be
1990.
something underneath it. So
Right,
it's like
some substance.
So I don't know. I just don't like his. I never saw. Everybody has said to me, "You never saw Devil's Rejects. That's the good one."
Devil's Rejects is the best one for sure.
But I just don't really have a lot of interest in that one.
What's it about?
Yeah, it's
Just people murdering people.
well, no, it's a
Well, again, it's like
it's a spin-off of House of a Thousand Corpses, but it's way more realistic. Whereas House of a Thousand Corpses is a little bit surreal and almost an ode to 70s horror movies.
Isn't Devil's Rejects just basically natural born killers? Isn't that another thing? This is what I mean. Like everything he does. Then he does 2 remakes. Then he has Lords of Salem.
No, I mean,
and it goes straight to video because he goes, I know who needs to star in this, my wife.
Lords of Salem was in theaters.
Is that bad?
It's terrible.
It was in theaters. I saw
What was
in
it about?
theaters.
It was about a record that when you played it, what was the plot, Sam?
Yeah, it's like when you played the record, I think witches would come, or it would bring.
Yeah.
It took place in Salem, Massachusetts, obviously. And I think it brought witches back to life or something like that.
Yeah, 'cause
and
it
it
was-
got very surreal, and he kind of made it into like a. It kind of visually turned into like a music video, which I didn't really
Because
mind.
it was a demonic record.
Yeah.
Right. So there's my first gripe. You have to picture Satan calling up disc makers, being like, "I need this song
I mean,
pressed on vinyl, please."
But I mean, if you're going to be a
It's
horror
ridiculous.
movie, you're a horror movie fan.
no, that's my
Like
problem
we can punch holes in a lot
That's
of your
my problem with
favorites.
with
You just said to subscribe to that $3.99 service. Like, aren't there a few shows on that service that you could probably punch some
most of
holes?
them know what they are, though. Most of them know what they are. Like, you watch a movie called Microwave Massacre, they're not trying to make you take it seriously.
Right.
But, it's like, that's always my problem with The Ring. It was like, oh, so this demon girl just knows the latest technology right
made a
now?
tape?
Yeah, and then when the new one came out, it was YouTube. It was on YouTube. I was like,
yeah.
come the fuck on, man.
I didn't see Rings yet.
And it calls you.
The ring scared me.
It did.
It had a couple of
Terrified
scary
me.
parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a bit of a puss boy when it comes to movies.
No, but that one really frightened me.
Do you not like horror movies?
I love them. That one scared me.
You see the movie Clown?
Yeah.
You like it?
It was okay.
I liked it.
It was okay. I thought the premise was cool. I liked the short fake thing he put out first. I
Yeah.
thought that was a little scarier. But it wasn't bad.
You know what's a good movie that I just watched recently? The Berlin Experiment or Experience? I think it's the Berlin Experiment.
What's it about?
Like, it just came out digitally.
No, the company where they
No, not that one.
Not that
It's got a
one.
very similar title, though. I think it's the Berlin Experiment.
Okay.
It's about a girl who gets kidnapped and gets like trapped in a guy's apartment. The guy keeps her captive. But
Berlin Syndrome.
yeah, Berlin Syndrome.
It's close to what you have.
I don't have any syndromes.
So wait, what's it about?
It's about a girl who's on she's from Australia, and she goes she's a tourist in Berlin, obviously, and she meets this dude, and they hit it off, and then she gets held captive in his apartment while he leads his life.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. I'll watch that.
It's pretty cool.
What's your favorite horror movie, Jim?
I don't know. I mean,
Lords of Salem.
I love The Exorcist. I never saw that one. But The Ring was one of them. That
right.
really scared me.
How great's Naomi Watts? Ugh.
Yeah, the whole thing
I'm in
is
love with her.
tremendous. I would have to think about that. I don't know.
What do you think of that '90s boom of all the teen horror, the Screams, and I Know What You Did Last Summer?
I think
I've never
Scream
seen
is
it. A Scream I saw.
Scream's solid. it was the last really good thing that Wes Craven did, I think.
Halloween was great. Nightmare on Elm Street was great.
Yeah, those are great. I Know What You Did Last Summer's, I'm not too into that.
You don't like that?
I'm not too in. Well, I'll tell you this. I really liked Halloween H2O quite a bit.
You did?
Yeah, and that was one of the sort of Dawson's Creek runoff horror movies
definitely.
at the time. But I liked it. I liked that Jamie Lee Curtis came back. I thought it was a very good continuation of the story.
You see the Nightmare on Elm Street remake?
Yes.
That was good, right?
I didn't mind it.
I thought it was good.
People fucking hated it. I thought it was all right. I thought the Friday the 13th remake was all right. I thought the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake was all right.
Evil Dead remake I like too.
I like the Evil Dead remake quite
I don't
a bit.
think I saw
That
it.
was scary.
Yeah.
That
And
was
the first one was
intense.
fucking scary.
Yeah.
The Friday the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. You mean the one with Jessica Biel?
The Jessica Biel one, yeah. Texas
good, I
Chainsaw
thought.
3D was one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen in my
Terrible.
life.
Terrible.
And
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the prequel to the remake, was not good.
It's okay. I
didn't love
It's
it.
maybe passable. It's not great, though.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I don't remember.
What other remakes do they do? I mean, they've been saying they're going to do this Hellraiser remake for fucking...
Yeah.
The Flatliners remake looks bad.
I don't
Have you
think I've
seen
seen
the trailer?
it. No, I have not.
This line is actually in the... It just came out like 2 weeks ago. This is actually the line in the trailer. After the first time she dies and comes back, you hear her friend go, "It's like her brain has been rewired."
Ooh. That sounds
yuck.
great.
Yeah, it's really fucking bad.
Their M. Night Shyamalan is rebooting the Unbreakable franchise. Did you see
I'm
Split?
excited.
I finally watched it. Yeah.
You like it?
I'm so glad I avoided any spoilers for
Did
it.
you see Split?
Yeah, dude,
That's
that's
great, right?
I liked it a lot, and
Me too.
that last scene, I was out of my
I
seat.
haven't seen it.
Oh,
see
it.
shit! Well, don't
Okay.
listen.
You see Unbreakable?
No.
That doesn't matter.
It won't matter.
Yeah. There's a connection between the two, and M. Night, apparently, I think he's still doing it, is going to make a third, because I guess Unbreakable...
Yeah, it's called Glass.
Unbreakable was always supposed to be a trilogy.
Yes.
Yes.
And
And the Split, the Beast,
Split-
whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He was. Oh no, the Legion, right? What were they
Yes,
calling him
because-
at the end?
Yeah.
He was supposed to be. He was in Unbreakable in the original script, and there were supposed to be multiple villains, and he
Yeah.
cut it out because he was like it was too crowded.
It's just cool though that you realize at the end of Split that it without this isn't going to spoil it because you don't know, but it's the sequel to Unbreakable.
Yeah, and you don't
You've
know
been
till the
watching
very
something
end.
much more than you thought you've been watching.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you've never seen Unbreakable,
Well,
you're
now
just
I'll
like,
watch it.
Now
Yeah.
he's making the third one, which is going to bring the two movies fully together.
which is very exciting because Unbreakable is
I'm
a good
really
movie.
excited.
Yeah, he finished the first draft. I think he tweeted like last week.
And how perfect is it time-wise? It's roughly 20 years since Unbreakable came out, so it's
Yeah.
literally like the right time
Yeah.
for the Samuel L. Jackson character to be returning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I don't want to say too much, but
Yeah. And Unbreakable is a good movie. It's just it got caught in every movie that M. Night did after Sixth Sense, which was you're not going to beat that twist.
No.
So everything he did after it was criticized.
Sixth Sense was good. Did you know the guy was... I didn't know he was dead.
When did you find out?
It's the third time I watched it. I'm like, why does this bitch keep dropping the ring?
Oh shit!
did you ever see that episode of It's Always Sunny where they're like, it's got that crazy Shyamalan twist. You find out the guy is actually Bruce Willis at the end.
I even like the M. Night movie that he did before Split that nobody saw or talked about.
The tree with the
Visit?
trees?
Yeah, the grandma movie.
With
Oh.
Patrice. Patrice was
No,
in
there was
it.
one with trees. No, trees.
Oh, that movie's
No.
terrible. The
Yeah,
Happening?
no.
Holy shit.
That was not good.
Awful.
That was not good. I like
the Visit's okay.
The Visit. I thought it was like just for what it was.
I was bummed out because I figured out I never do this. I'm very bad at it. It was one of the only movies I've ever seen where I figured out what the twist was like 20 fucking minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it. It was like Ghostbusters. It just popped in there. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to. Fuck. I wasn't trying to think of it.
And you're
Yeah.
just, but then you're just waiting for the reveal because you know what
Yeah.
it is.
I figured it out in The Godfather. Like literally after he got shot, I'm like, that was Bartini. Ruined the
you
movie
know?
for me. I just knew it.
It screwed up the
I
movie?
thought to myself, Talia deals with girls. I didn't think the actual dialogue.
That's smart. That's smart.
I just figured it out. I'm good.
I think M. Night is like he's good when he's taken for what he is, which is this like high concept genre filmmaker, not the guy who's going to get nominated for an Academy Award every time.
No, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That's why I'm so bummed that his Tales from the Crypt got killed.
Oh, it did?
Because he was rebooting Tales from the Crypt, and it's dead now. They had all these rights issues with EC Comics. But I thought he was a really great candidate for it.
Yeah.
Because it's
Just come up with those weird concepts. and
short, fun
twists.
stories with a twist.
Yeah.
It's like that guy would be perfect for that. So
I agree with that.
but it's dead.
You see Get Out? I'm sure you did.
I saw Get Out. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was really
good. I thought it was great. And I was really happy particularly for Rel, because he's a funny fucking comic,
He's
man.
so
And
funny
he
in that
was
movie, too.
Just getting applause breaks in the theater.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you fucking killed.
And that's such a risky thing, because like a lot of times in those movies, you throw in the comic relief character, and it's dog shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And unnecessary.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But in this one, it was like it added
No, it worked.
a lot.
It
It
made
worked, and it
sense.
was funny. And did you like it? Did you
I
end up
did,
liking
yeah.
it? Yeah. Yeah.
I was at a barbecue that Jordan Peele was at, and I was talking to him, and I was like, "What are you doing since the show ended?" And he was like, "I directed a horror movie, man. It comes out in February." And I was like, "Oh, cool, man. Good for you."
Yeah.
Who's
And
in
then
it? And he's like, Kathleen Keener. And I was like, cool. And he's like, yeah, I hope it does well, man. I was like, all right. Fucking thing comes out. People are like, it's the greatest film ever made.
Yeah, it was good.
And I think Key and Peele, because I interviewed Key not that long ago, and he said that the two of them were getting back together to reboot the Police Academy franchise.
Yeah, they've been working on that for a while. They got that deal when the show was still on. I remember reading about that they were going to reboot Police
Oh, really?
Academy. Yeah, and I think it got sidetracked with Keanu and all that. I didn't see Keanu, but
It was fun. I liked it.
yeah, I heard it was all right.
Yeah.
But whatever. But I've been hearing that for a while that they're going to reboot
Yeah.
Police Academy. Were you a fan of the Police Academy films?
Back in those days.
Yeah.
We have to take a break, by the way. But back in those days, I liked them, and they don't hold up.
They don't,
Yeah.
right?
No, I don't think so.
I still kind of like the second one a little bit because I'm a big Howard Hessman fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Fever.
Yeah.
I just saw him in an episode of The Golden Girls, I think, or something. He was in an episode of something that I didn't expect to see him in.
He's in a movie with Jessica Lange that just came out and Shirley MacLaine.
He's still alive?
Yeah. He's in a movie where they play it's like one of those two old gals get a lot of money and go down to the islands.
Oh.
And then he plays the insurance investigator that goes after them.
Who is it? Jessica?
Shirley MacLaine and Jessica Lange. It's called Wild Oats, I think.
Yuck.
I like shit like that.
Really?
You know, Jim, I have a philosophy. You're never too old to be young. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's true.
And,
when you after menopause, sit home and have a fucking bowl of
It's
soup.
over. See, like Last Vegas?
That one I didn't like.
that
I
about?
have more of an affinity for older women movies than
I
older
see.
men movies. I never want to see one of those last
Yeah.
job.
Wild Hogs?
Yeah, no. Anything that Tim Allen might eventually be in, I'm not really feeling it.
Did you watch Feud, by the way, speaking of Jessica Lange?
I didn't. I heard it was good.
It's the fucking best.
When I saw it, I really liked.
It's
Yeah.
the fucking... You got to finish it, dude.
I know,
The
it's
end
been-
is... The last two episodes are the best.
I will. I've just been busy with karate.
You taking karate?
No.
Oh.
Just wanted to sound tough.
We should probably take a break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break. We have Joe DeRosa for the next 20 minutes, then we're off. I'm heading to Pittsburgh.
That's not that good of a tease.
Well, that's our show.
I know, but you don't say we have because that's like giving people. Oh, it's only 20 minutes. I could turn it off now.
Cool. Yeah, you can.
No,
I'm going to Pittsburgh, and then Joe's going to be at Gotham tonight, and we'll be right back.
Upgrade to extra strength 5-hour energy. For more
Just hey, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, man. Yeah, we
Good.
I like Trick Quan. He's a
That's, I
Trick
love honored. Speaking casual.
He's looking at a black dick.
Little jawbreaker.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All the beefs are gone. Joe DeRosa and Troy Kwan are speaking casually to each other. It's a beautiful
we haven't
thing.
beefed in 6 years.
You've
forgot
been in
you guys
LA.
had that. I forgot you guys had that.
It was so long ago.
Troy
long time.
holds on to things though.
I hold on to a grudge, but I like Joe. Joe's a good guy.
I like Trick Quan.
I
Trick
love
Quan's
it.
a good guy.
I love it.
Yeah, we made up years and years ago. It is good to see you, man. It was it was on Anthony's show
That's
yesterday.
what I was gonna say. Like you and Anthony have spoken and not spoken and spoken and not spoken. So.
How was that?
It was great. It was great. We made up about 2 years ago. We talked on the phone, and it was really, really healthy. That's the best word I can use to describe it. We were both just like, hey, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, man. You know, I shouldn't have said what I said. Yeah, dude, I shouldn't have said what I... It was very, very, positive and healthy.
Right.
And and about one another. I mean, and then. But I was at the time he said, "Do you want to come on the show?" And I was like, "I'm a little gun shy right now." Right. But then last year he's like, "Come on." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then we just couldn't work it out. And then finally it happened, and it was great, dude. It was great just sitting there again with him for 2 hours and laughing. And we hung out after Patrice's thing. We had like 87 fucking drinks, and it was old times, And it was just like. Sorry, dude. This was so dumb. All this stupid shit went down between us. So it felt really good,
Yeah.
It felt really, really good.
Yeah, his show is fun. It's from 4 to 6, Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Earlier this morning, we missed that the president of the United States had sent out some tweets that I wanted to share with you.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Jim and you, Joe. Earlier this morning, Donald J. Trump, our president, he tweeted out, "I heard poorly rated @Morning Joe speaks badly of me, parentheses, don't watch anymore." Then he writes, "Then how come low IQ Crazy Mika, along with Psycho Joe, came to Mar-a-Lago 3 nights in a row around New Year's Eve and insisted on joining me? She was bleeding badly from a facelift. I said no." Like, what the fuck? He's talking about Mika and Joe from Morning Joe.
He's saying she got a facelift and she was bleeding badly? Oh.
At first, I was like, yeah, it's kind of out of line that the president called Mika low IQ Crazy Mika, but then mentioned that she was bleeding badly from a facelift.
He throws some fucking jabs.
He doesn't mind, does he? He really is. Like, he doesn't even know where the high road is located.
He doesn't give a fuck.
No.
He started blocking regular people. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did see that.
Like, people are tweeting out the screen caps of it now. He's blocking, like, regular
American citizens.
It's like, what
Well,
is...
he doesn't want to be abused.
He's the president. It also means that even the non-verified people, he's catching their @ mentions, because obviously, or he's searching himself, or he's doing whatever, which means that he's actually reading people's
No, dude, this girl that I saw that he blocked, I was like, she must be famous, and I don't know her. And I looked up, she had like 1,000 followers. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. It's a scene. It's a scene, man.
It's crazy. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's
But I can't believe we have a president that's shouting out like news anchors as being crazy low IQ people who were bleeding badly because they had facelifts.
Then how come low IQ Crazy Mika, along with Psycho Joe, came to Mar-a-Lago 3 nights in a row around New Year's Eve and insisted on joining me? She was bleeding badly from a facelift. I said no.
Just brutality.
He said no.
Do you bleed badly from a facelift? Is that a thing?
You might.
You got to cut. You got to cut skin. You know, you got to cut skin and pull. Troy, have you had a facelift?
I've not had a facelift.
Just
yet.
rhinoplasty?
I couldn't breathe out of my nose, so I did have my septum fixed. Yes.
And while you were there?
Well, I said make my nose look nice.
Oh, okay.
I bet you that she didn't want that out there. That she was bleeding badly from a facelift.
Would you be willing to make that bet?
Yeah.
Especially by the president.
Yeah.
A lot of people saw that one.
See, and that's we were talking earlier about the reporter or the producer who shouldn't be saying certain things. You would think, right, that if you're around the president and you're Mika, that you're like, I don't want people to know I got a facelift, but I can be around the president. He's not going to say anything about this. Like, he's not going to expose this.
Well, here's my question: How is he not at risk of libel or anything like that?
What did he say? It must have been true.
She had a facelift. She's bleeding badly.
I mean, what did he say? He said, low IQ Mika is an opinion. Psycho Joe is an opinion. And the facelift thing is probably true.
I'd love to find out what Mika's IQ is.
You can get sued for slander if you say publicly so-and-so is fat, technically.
I don't know about that, no, because the truth is a defense.
Really?
If someone's, of course, slander or libel or any of those things, if it's not factual.
So, but couldn't he come back and say,
E-Rock must have a bad lawyer.
Couldn't Joe, for instance, I'm just curious, couldn't Joe, for instance, come back and go, you referred to me publicly as a psycho, the position you're in, that is slanderous to my career, because you are making people think that I'm a mentally unstable man.
Maybe, yeah, he might be able to make that argument. He wouldn't win, but
He
yeah.
wouldn't win.
I would just think that there would be, this is a greater risk.
If he said Joe, you know, Joe and Mika skew the facts or
Right.
or whatever or making up sources.
Liars. You said they're liars.
They're liars. There's certain things you can't say. Like doctors, you can't call quacks.
Yeah.
'Cause that's one that's been known.
Psychics, you can't call them frauds.
You can't call them frauds. Those weird things that can get you sued. But saying someone's a psycho.
But I bet if she didn't have a facelift,
Then she could sue him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
what
she-
about
but she
low
probably-
IQ? What if she came back and goes, "Here, I have a 200 IQ, whatever the
He's
fuck."
like, I
don't know.
thought. If she's like, I have a 200 IQ. He's like, I thought it'd be higher.
Yeah, it's just a nickname. He's just giving her a nickname.
Yeah, that's weird. I thought it'd be higher.
And
Yeah.
although cocaine addict James Woods got that guy sued because he was saying that he hated James Woods and he said he was a cocaine addict, which James Woods is not. So he said cocaine addict James Woods, and the judge dismissed it. And then another judge said no, this lawsuit can go through because in our country, when you say a title right before a name, it's connected. Like it means that you're saying the person is really that, like doctor something or rapist. This
Right.
rapist Joe. So it actually
So
made,
low IQ applies here.
no,
Well,
it doesn't.
but
It's not necessarily low IQ or psycho. Those are not things like that are. No, I don't think.
Why?
It does.
They're a little bit more colloquial.
I would think
Cocaine
psycho,
addict is a much
yeah.
right. Exactly. Colloquial, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
yeah,
not
I guess-
actually saying lock up Morning Joe and put him in a fucking mental
Yeah,
institution.
and people know that.
But he is literally saying,
Right.
Mika
Were he to
absolutely
say-
had a facelift.
If he said instead of psycho, criminally insane,
Sure.
or something that had a more specific.
Yeah.
Or that he
I got
was
it.
like, he actually was committing crimes. or
Pekka
something like that. Pekka sucking.
Yeah.
That would be something that would be weird.
We
yeah.
have 1 minute.
Cocksucking.
We have to end. We have
Oh,
1
shit.
minute until the computer shuts us off. I always say that so people don't think we're booting you.
Well, listen, it was great to see Joe DeRosa again.
Yeah,
Great
man.
to see you guys.
Good
Thank
seeing
you for
you.
having me
Of
in.
course. Of course.
Congrats on the show.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And it was fun. I hope to see you next time.
Go
Yeah.
to Joe DeRosa Comedy. He's at Gotham tonight, The Stand on Saturday, and then July 13th through 15th at the Punchline in Philly.
I'm heading to Pittsburgh. I got a bunch of dates, and Sam's here tomorrow. I'm back. We're taking a few days, and we'll eat up at the big party.
Oh, I can't wait to tell. Well, by the way, we will spend some of tomorrow theorizing about what will happen at the party behind your back,
Okay.
and then we'll have a full recap when we're back.
Good. Check out Anthony Cumia this afternoon. All right. Take care, guys.